We got pork chops. We got pork chops and gravy. We got pork chops smothered in gravy with onions, mushrooms, and a side of mashed potatoes. Every day cooking, Dad. Cooking every day. All right, welcome in, welcome back. All right, we're going to get started with a brine for our pork chops. So we got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of kosher salt, rosemary, 2 bay leaves, and peppercorn. Then we're going in with 4 cups of water. We're only using 3 pork chops. We're only cooking 3 pork chops today. So you double that up if you triple that up, depending on how many pork chops you got. Then we're gonna almost forgot to add garlic. So don't forget to add your garlic. Just whole. Just need to get the flavor out. Just crack it up a little. And then in with your pork chops. And we're doing this first thing in the morning. So it's gonna sit probably about 8-10 hours in the brine. I guess overnight would be better. But yeah. So it's just the 3 of us, 3 pork chops. And in the refrigerator you go. See you later. Okay, time for dinner. So we got our onions, mushrooms, and our garlic. This is gonna be the start of our gravy. So in we go with 1 tablespoon or so of butter. That's for our mushrooms. So in we go with our mushroom. Now this is about a 15-20 minute process. This doesn't go quickly. Now the salt here, this helps bring the moisture out of the mushrooms because there's a lot of water in mushrooms. We want to cook all that off. You just have pure flavor for the mushrooms. So, take your time, moving them around, let them sit for a minute. And in about 10-15 minutes, this is what you got. All right, give that another little stir. Don't be impatient. There's still a little water in that pan. I don't know if you can see that there. So now about 15-20 minutes, this is what you got. This is about where I like it. And you can see it's nicely caramelized. They've shrunk in size. All right, so let's just get that out of there. Now, don't forget, there's still flavor in that pot. So don't go washing that out. So now we got our pork chops. We're going to go ahead and pull them out of the water, the brine. Guys, please hit me up with a like or subscribe. Let's YouTube and the rest of the world know we're here. So at this point, we want to dry off our pork chops because we're going to be cooking these in oil. We don't want wet pork chops going in. So we're going to salt and pepper our pork chops. Guys, you notice I use the same salt shaker every time. This way you have muscle memory. Try and use the same salt shaker. This way you don't make a mistake and put too much. All right, we flip these over and we're gonna salt and pepper them again. Now, that's it for the pork chops. We're not getting crazy with the seasoning. So we're gonna cook these off in some oil. Now we're gonna be using the same oil that we cook these pork chops in for our gravy. We'll just probably remove some. Some of that oil. But there's flavor, guys. There's flavor from the pork chops in the oil. It's another layer of flavor. All right, so we're gonna cook these until they're browned up. We're not worried about cooking them all the way. These are some thick pork chops because we're gonna finish them off in the gravy. I'd say these are about 3/4 of the way done. So we're gonna pull these out, set them off to the side. I mean, these look good right here. I mean, just cut into them suckers and eat. But we're gonna keep pushing along. Guys, I forgot to hit record, but we added, we took some of the oil out and we added our flour. So at this point, we it's still very liquidy. So we're gonna go in with our onions. We want to extract as much flavor out of the onions right here as we possibly can. So while your gravy is still kind of oily, add the onions. As you can see now, the onions are starting to soak up. some of that oil. So now we've darkened up like by twice and in with the garlic. Now guys, right here, when you put your garlic in, once it goes fragrant, you should have water. Now that goes for every meal that you cook. When the garlic goes in, you got about 30 seconds and then you add your water. So whatever liquid you're using, garlic, 30 seconds later, add your oil. All right, so we're just gonna let this here kind of come together. Let it simmer for a little while. In about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now, don't forget, we're not making gravy at this point. We're just basically getting our base together. Because we're gonna be cooking the pork chops off in this. So the pork chops have got to cook in here about 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. And just as the pork chops are done, you know, we'll have gravy. So in with our Lipton onion soup mix. Just another layer of flavor, guys. You know, get that. We're going to mix that in. And so we got the onions. We got our garlic, right? We're going in with our mushrooms next. All right, now we're going to give this a quick stir, and then we're going to add our pork chops. All right, we're in a home run stretch here. So we're going to go ahead and off camera, we're going to work on our instant mashed potatoes. Don't forget that flavor. Yes, please. Don't forget that. All right, so we're going to let this go about 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. Whatever, you know, until that gravy starts to thicken up a little bit. And the pork chops are done. So this has been bubbling and doing its thing for about 20 minutes now. And right at the end, I add this better than bouillon. That last 5 minutes or so. That's just another layer of flavor. Now, we're going to hit this up with a little salt. So be careful here. You know, we already had that better than bouillon, already has some salt. And also in here with some black pepper. Guys, to your taste. You may not want to add the salt or the pepper. Just keep tasting as you go. All right, we're going to give this a stir and let this come together. These flavors come together. Try not to taste right away. You know, it's 5 minutes went by when I'm tasting here. All right, I think we're right there. Guys, we're in a home run stretch now. All right, we're going to let this just bubble up and do its thing and turn it to gravy. All right, so down with our instant mashed potatoes. Yeah, guys, it's a weeknight. I'm not trying to do too much here. So down with our pork chop. Guys, this pork chop is tender. Oh, get out. Now our mushrooms and our onions. Down with some gravy. Guys, this is an easy weeknight meal. Put your pork chops in the refrigerator. You know, brine them up. Put them in the refrigerator first thing in the morning. Or maybe the night before. Get your gravy going. Cook your pork chops. Guys, this is good. This is delicious. Smothered pork chops. Yeah, smothered pork chops. Now guys, give me a like. Hit me up with a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. It'll let YouTube and the rest of the world find us. All right, take a look at this next video here and see if you like it. Every day cooking, Dad, cooking every single day.